Hi, everybody. Hi, everyone. Ooh, look at that. Pretty sun is right on me. Makes me look all glowy. Hi, everyone. We are going live today with Instagram and YouTube, and I'm going to make my Cinnabons. Hi, welcome. I'm all dressed up for you guys. Well, kind of. I have a summer dress on because it's so pretty outside, and my hair is done. I feel very glammy for you guys. Welcome to Sarah's Kitchen, and we are going to make vegan Cinnabons today. The famous Kris Jenner buns, but I'm making it vegan because I have been approached to see if I can perfect it, and I have, and I want to share it with you guys. How are you all? Hope you're having a great Saturday or early Sunday morning. It's Saturday afternoon here, about 2:20, and we are baking. No, I'm not cold. It's so beautiful here. It's the perfect temperature. I'm sure it's freezing in London, but it's freezing some places in LA too, but here, not LA, US, but here it's nice and warm. So I made my Cinnabon dough last night. I want to tell you guys that it's so simple to make it vegan. I just want to kind of give you guys pointers on the new twist on coconut oil. Okay. So coconut oil, I went looking for coconut oil, the liquid. I don't like using the condensed one, because once you melt it, and if it gets cold again, it'll become nice and hard. And that's not good for your body because it goes in and it clogs your arteries. That's what I've read. All the coconut people are gonna contact me now. So I use the oil, coconut oil, not the butter or ghee looking coconut oil. That's the first thing. So my dough has coconut oil, almond milk. You can use coconut milk. I wanted to make it not too coconutty. So it has almond milk, it has coconut oil instead of butter, almond milk instead of regular milk. It has no eggs, this one, and I have brown sugar. And then once my yeast gets activated, the same process as I have shown you guys before, and it's in my highlights. The same process is once your yeast gets activated, then I add the flour. So now we have the activated yeast and flour mixture, and it was made last night, and it rised. Clean your surface. I'm gonna do it right on my counter. And it rised once. This is what it looks like. It is going to be a little bit more liquidy, and look at that. Look at that stretchy, perfect dough. You're going to pop it out, okay? And I'm going to roll it. This needs a second rise, but it's going to do that after I make it into Cinnabons. So we're not gonna let it rise twice. We're just gonna make the Cinnabons and then let it rest for a half an hour or an hour and a half. It's not gonna go bad. It'll just keep rising. Get all the dough scrapes from the bottom. Scrape it off. Dough scrapes. Peel it off. This is all good stuff. Ooh, nice and sticky and stretchy, beautiful. And then we're gonna top it off with some more flour. This is regular all-purpose flour. And then I'm gonna fold it, right, into a ball. Now this is vegan, and it's going to be delicious. I told you guys the ingredients. You've seen me make it. If you haven't, it's in my highlights. All the measurements are there, but I will go over it for you guys again. It's 2 cups of milk, and if you want to make it vegan, it's almond milk or coconut milk. It's half a cup of oil or butter, coconut oil or butter. It is half a cup of sugar. I use brown sugar. Oh my God, the sun came right on me. Do you see how it just moved? Woo, let's move you guys so you can see me better this way. That's better, okay? And once it all becomes about 113 degrees or lukewarm to I put my ring finger in there. Sorry, it's coming through the skylight. It'll move in a second. Once it's 113 degrees, you add 3 teaspoons of, hi everyone, 3 teaspoons of yeast, dry active yeast, and you let it foam up and bubble, and then you add 4 to 4.5 cups of, yes, let's make macaron soon. 4 to 4.5 cups of flour, you let it rise overnight, and now this is after it rose overnight. All right, so here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna roll this out. This is it. We're not gonna let it rise again. We can, but no need to. Look at all that air and bubble in that. I don't know why, I feel like you guys can't see what's happening. I'll move this way. Here we are. Now you want it to be this plump, and what you can do is cut the dough in half. It makes it easier to work with. Especially when it's so plump. This is gonna be so tender and tasty. So as I said, yes, few people have asked me about this, the vegan recipe, and I thought I gotta just put it on YouTube. Now, YouTube is also in Sarah's Kitchen on YouTube. You can find it through, just go onto YouTube and look up In Sarah's Kitchen, or you can just push the link in my Instagram. I'm sorry, the sun just loves it. I didn't think of the sun moving, or we're moving. Okay, here it is. I rolled it out. You don't need to go too cookie crazy with it. And then I am not gonna use butter for the filling, because remember, we're making this vegan. So we're gonna use, I'm gonna pile my flour there. We're gonna use the same, oh my gosh, welcome. The same coconut oil. I'm so glad that you guys are watching. Half a cup of coconut oil. Cinnamon, this is our filling. Cinnamon, I say 1/4 cup, or as much or little as you like. And brown sugar. That's 1/4 cup of brown sugar. You're gonna make your paste, your filling. Here it is. Now, if this wasn't vegan, you would use butter if you wanted to, or ghee, or if you don't want to use butter, coconut oil or any other oil. Maybe, probably canola oil would be better if you don't want to use butter and you don't want to use coconut oil. But it doesn't have any coconut scent. Every once in a while, I like to make this, just spread it around. Now you could add nuts to this if you like. You could add fresh fruit to it if you like. I have raspberries sitting here. I wanted to add to it, but you know what'll happen is my son Nicholas will not eat it then. And so if you have a child or a person that is picky, he loves raspberries, he's just picky. Go figure. If you have someone like that, just serve it with the fruit on the side. If you're taking it to someone's house and you want to give them, and they're, you know, it's a party favor, or potluck, and you're making dessert, fill it up with fruit. Cream cheese, that's always a good option. I have that also, that recipe on the YouTube channel. Now I put it on YouTube because then you guys can always have access to it where my stories will disappear. Okay, I'm gonna make this fat. If you roll it up this way, it gets nice and fat. If you roll it up lengthwise, it gets nice and long. So I do want this to be nice and fat. As I'm picking it up, I'm brushing the flour off of the bottom. All right, here we go. Roll it up nice and tight and brush off the flour because that's just gonna make it tough. You don't want it that way. Here we go. Brush off the excess flour that you had on your counter. You have to have that flour, otherwise your dough is so moist, it'll just get stick and becomes a mess. You need the flour to work with it. Look at all that flour. Now, if you have a hard time with such a soft dough, my hand's used to it, I know what I'm doing, you can refrigerate it after you roll it out, put it on a board and refrigerate it for about 20 minutes, and that way the dough is more manageable. I don't need that. I've done it before when it's hotter inside the house. I have done that, but I'm gonna be quick with this. Here we go. Look at that beauty. And this will plump up. Oh God, this is gonna be so good. This is so tasty. There it is. Did you see that? I just brought the other end up. Okay, and now I'm gonna cut it right in the center. And I feel like YouTube is missing it. Ooh, and it's bleeding all over my counter. Perfect. I'm gonna cut it right in the center. Get my dish over here. I have a little bit of that cinnamon oil left. I'm gonna pop it in my dish. I'm not really worried about oiling it because it's gonna bleed through and get in the bottom of my dish, my baking pan. Here we go. I like it nice and fat, just like that. Pick it up and be quick because you're using oil, not butter. And just pop it right in the middle. Just like that. Perfect. Pop it right in the middle and keep cutting. And try and measure or eye it the same size. That's really an important key because you don't want some of them to cook and some of them to be raw or burnt. There you go. I do about 1.5 inches. Remember, this will plump up. Look at. There it is. Woohoo! How beautiful is that? I'm gonna need a few more for in here. There it goes. You guys see that? Now this is vegan, don't forget. And as you see, the liquid's gonna go all the way down to your pan. That's why I didn't put too much oil in the bottom or butter. And now you see why my hair is always put away, because my hair likes to dance and move around a lot. I'm gonna make this one now. Get a tissue. Just so when I roll the dough, the second dough, it doesn't get into that. And it would, if it did, it would be just fine. So here's my flour. Flour the surface. And this is the other half of the dough. And you guys have the measurements already. Start from the center and work your way out. Out and towards you. My oven is on and ready to go, but I need this to rest at least a half an hour because it's going to plump up again and it'll become so big. So I'm going to add maybe 2 more pieces to this and just let it sit. It needs room to move around. That's perfect. Okay. Brush the flour off. Let's move this for you guys. Brush the flour off. So the other night we made pizza. I turned on the pizza. Oh, it was so nice because it was so cold. And the pizza oven warms the entire house. Half a cup of coconut oil, cinnamon, 1/4 cup or as much as you like. I eye it. And 1/4 cup of sugar, or more if you like. I just know the consistency. It's gonna become pasty. There it is. I'm gonna show you guys. There it is. Pasty and thick. A little thick, not too thick, and just pour it over. This is still that one recipe. I cut the dough in half. And here we go. Just spread it around. I'm gonna make 2 dishes. You know what I'm gonna do with this? I'm gonna fill this up, and then I have little individual ramekins. I'm gonna fill those up with it. That'll be fun. This is a great holiday. Ooh, if you have a chunk of brown sugar that doesn't get soft, just kind of squeeze it and get that lump out of there because it'll stay lumpy and you don't want that. There it is. I think we were short on cinnamon sugar on this one. Maybe I need to make a little bit more. Here we go. Yeah, a little bit more. Don't stress it. Oil, sugar, some cinnamon, and we're good to go. You could also, if you're using butter, just kind of spread it over. You don't have to make a paste. This is though somehow easier to kind of manipulate and tell it to go where it needs to go. And when I'm using soft butter, it pulls away from the dough, I've noticed. There we go. Now I, again, like them nice and fat. Maybe this one I'll roll lengthwise just so you guys see what I mean. Get all that sugar in there. And I'm just gonna lift it. There's a lot of flour there. This is a better view for you guys. There's a lot of flour on the bottom, so just brush it off gently, carefully. You see that? And just roll again. Ooh, there's that flour. This is a Cinnabon masterclass. And I'm gonna do another YouTube video from beginning to end. I think I have, but I'm gonna check on it. And if I haven't, of the dough, because I know Instagram highlights, I've put it up for you guys. Here we go. This is lengthwise. See how it becomes longer and skinnier, and the other way is nice and fat. So think of your dish. Think how many pieces you want. This way I get more pieces. The other way it becomes fatter. Look how pretty this is. For some reason, this feels fluffier to me when I make it vegan. I don't know why. I think it's the oil. It's just lighter. Obviously, there's no eggs in it. There it goes. There's the perfect roll. Now, I'm gonna gauge my dish and see how many more it needs. See how many more I need to put in my pan to fill it up. And I'm gonna need maybe 2 smaller pieces. So I'm gonna cut the ends and I'm gonna put them in just like that. There's one, and there's another end piece. There it is. I turn it upside down. That's perfect. Yep, that's good enough. I'm gonna cover this and let it rise. Same plastic that I had from earlier. Just let it sit on your counter. Don't go anywhere far with it. And let me get my ramekins for that one. That'll be really pretty. I have these individual little cheesecake ramekins that are fun to fill up. Here we go. They don't need any oil. Now for this, I'm gonna put 2 in there per ramekin, and I'm gonna go a little, let's see what I'm gonna do with that. Yep. I'm gonna put just 2 in there. How cute is that? Ah, it's slippery sliding. Just 2. 1 there. And another one. There you go. Just 2. This will cook so nicely. And the presentation on this is so different. It'll just pop out really pretty. Individual pieces. And you know, nowadays everyone's on a, I don't want to say diet, but no one wants to like overeat. So this is a good way to serve at a party and people can share. And believe me, they'll come back for more. They'll say, oh my gosh, that's so good. That's what happens here when I have a party and I make something really good and everybody says, no, I'll share. And then they come back for more. I could have told you you're gonna come back for more, but don't tell them. You know what? I'm gonna make it into a little skinnier one in the corner. So we're gonna make it into 3, 2 normal, and I'm gonna add a little itty bitty one to the corner of all of them. Just because I have this extra dough and I don't wanna get rid of it or waste it. Just like that. See how pretty? And here, I'll cut this one this way. There's no rules, baby. It's my kitchen. It's gonna do what I want it to do. There you have it. Just like that. And put the other one in that corner and be done with it, stress-free. This is all gonna go in the oven. And I cannot wait to show you guys when it's all done. I hope you enjoyed our little vegan Cinnabons. I will come back and post it on Instagram. If you're new to my YouTube channel, it's In Sarah's Kitchen on YouTube. You guys on Instagram can go check it out. I have all my recipes there. Some of them, not all of them. And hit subscribe and the notification button. That way every time I post, you'll get notified. And give a thumbs up, or even email me if you have any questions. Let me stick this in the oven and come say bye to you.